This episode of DefLove contains description of sexual assault, anorexia, and self-harm. If any of these topics are troubling to you, we strongly advise not listening to this episode. This is a story of what love is not.
Girls, head down to the auditorium. I expect you all in places and ready to run from the top when I arrive. Willow, can I speak with you?
Hey, what's up?
Willow, there's no way to put this simply. I think we need to cut you from the number for next month's showcase.
What?
We have an odd number of dancers and the piece is all about mirrors. I promise you, I've thought long and hard about any way I can incorporate you into the piece, but it just won't work out. The symmetry, which is the whole piece's thesis, gets thrown off. It's nothing against you personally. You should know that. Just when everyone in the class is paired off, you're the one left without a physical match. Does that make sense?
Yes, Shiloh.
Of course, you can still learn the dance with us in class, you'll just be unable to perform. But hey, I heard some students from the school news are recording our after-school rehearsals. Maybe you can spend the rehearsal time with them instead. Learn a new skill.
That sounds interesting.
That's the spirit. You miss all the shots you don't take, Willow. Take every chance you're given. Who knows, this could lead to a love of film.
Maybe.
I'll let you grab your stuff. Meet me in the auditorium and I'll point out the students from the news, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you. A fucking imagine. What is the... Ow. I stood in the girls' locker room for a long time, trying to puff my eyes and scrub the blood out from under my fingernails. I'd had a history of that. Of a sort of urge taking over my body and just the need to scratch it out. It'd crawl under my skin like a deep thirst, and catharsis came when I caught it. Then I'd kind of just be left on autopilot, cleaning up and ignoring what I'd done. I checked my hair in the mirror. My bun looked like I'd rubbed a balloon on it. My eyes were only slightly red, leaning more on just unnervingly blue. My cheeks were puffy, but they were always puffy. They cut me from the dance for that. Anyhow, this gross fucking body. I hated it.
Excuse me?
Sorry. Wait, are you one of the school news kids?
It's pretty much just me and some freshmen I have to wrangle.
I think you're about to get one more.
Oh, you're the dancer. SHILOH came in, they said I should look out for you. I'd shake your hand, but my arms are full.
Do you need help?
Follow me. I'll show you around and you can open doors for me.
Great.
I'm Marcus, by the way. I'm a senior, which, thank God, I can't imagine being in this place any longer.
I'm Willow. I'm a sophomore.
Oh, shit, sorry. You've got a long time ahead of you. 2 years?
3. I'm 15.
I just turned 18. Still getting used to the whole legal adult thing. This door here. Thanks. This is the lighting booth.
I've never been up here.
Not many have. A bunch of people have probably been up here without school permission.
Like graffiti?
Sex. Willow.
Oh.
Or drugs. But if I were you, I wouldn't sit on that couch. A few years ago, Dean Thomas came up here and caught 2 kids on it, fucking.
And they didn't get rid of the couch?
Of course not. They probably just put Lysol on it. Have you seen this school?
Okay, fair.
From up here, you can see pretty much all of it. There's dancers down there doing their thing. And here's where we're going to set up our wide shot. It'll get the whole thing from a bird's eye view.
Cool.
We'll have a few moving cameras on the ground too, but they're just tripods with wheels on them. They do the job. I'm going to need you to run down there and move them every once in a while.
I can do that.
Have you done camera stuff before?
No. I was supposed to be a dancer in this piece, but, it got cut.
Oof. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I get it. I'm here now anyway, so...
Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad to have you on board.
Willow, hey, Willow.
Yeah?
We were just talking about the whole situation.
You getting kicked out of the dance.
It's bullshit, right?
I guess, but...
SHILOH wouldn't have kicked you out for nothing.
No, I know. It wasn't nothing.
Did they say what it was?
Yeah.
What?
Symmetry.
What does that even mean?
Symmetry?
No, like, they knew we had an uneven amount of people, and now that Willow's gone, everything is just the same.
That's what symmetry is.
No, like, everyone looks the same now. It's plain, it's boring, there's no variety to height or anything else.
We're supposed to be reflections.
Yeah, but we have different colored hair and different skin tones. It's strictly a body thing.
And?
How do you feel, Willow?
Fine, I guess.
How's that senior boy? I saw you talking to him.
Marcus?
Yeah, him.
I guess a plus is you get to talk to a senior boy while we all sweat our asses off.
He's fine. We haven't spoken much.
Fine? Or like, fine?
Fine.
Fine.
What are you saying?
Just, you know, Willow's spending after school every day with the senior boy in the lighting booth.
He's efficient. I don't know how he records all the shows by himself.
Do you think he has a copy of last year's musical?
Are you avoiding the question?
Or just oblivious?
No, he's fine. Nice. I've literally only known him for a day, though.
Well, tell us when you come to your senses. Having a crush on a senior is good gossip.
Oh, you know what's good gossip? I'm stuck partnered with Zara now.
Fucking Zara.
It's unfair that Shiloh chose you to be pulled out, Willow. They should have pulled out Zara. You created this diversity of shape.
You want to do something after rehearsal?
Sure, we can get smoothies.
I've been dying for a smoothie.
We only film for about an hour or so.
Our rehearsal is 2 hours at least.
Maybe another time?
Maybe.
Do you not feel well?
What?
You haven't touched your lunch.
Oh, yeah, big breakfast, you know?
Can I have your sandwich then?
Go for it.
You didn't grab any snacks?
I'm not hungry.
You've still got to run downstairs and make some camera angle changes. So, make sure something is in your system, alright?
I know. I just had a big lunch.
Me too, but I am just a glutton. Speaking of gluttony, what is the worst sin?
What?
Like, of the 7 deadly sins. I think it's wrath. That's the one that gets people killed.
I mean, they all get people killed.
Alright, but like, lust is just sex and greed is just hoarding money. And those are pretty fine.
I'd say sloth. I can't bear to not work.
It's just lying down.
Yeah, it's bowing down to a living death.
Oh. We've got Miss Philosophy over here.
You're the one who asked.
Alright, fair. Got a favorite song?
I don't know.
Come on, I'm trying to get to know you. How about your favorite classic rock song? You're kidding! Queen! AC/DC? Fleetwood Mac?
I've heard of AC/DC.
You don't know Freddie Mercury?
I know Freddie Mercury.
Good, I was about to disown you. So, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I know that one.
And We Will Rock You.
Oh, they did that one too?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm just not really a favorite song person.
Well, I am. I love music. Music theory, composition, all that. You gotta listen to Aqualung.
Aqualung?
It's not my favorite song. I can never choose that. But it's top 5 for sure. Here, let me pull it up.
But I gotta move the camera soon.
In like 5 minutes. I've already got my headphones pulled out. Here, just listen. 1 earbud for you. 1 for me.
It was a weird song. I mean, without the lyrics, it's fine, and I didn't listen to the lyrics at that moment. I was more focused on how close the headphones made Marcus and I sit. My left leg pressed into his right, our hands just almost touching. My friends might have been right. Sitting with Marcus was a sizable perk of being kicked out of the dance. I almost didn't miss it. And for the whole car ride home, I thought about that song we shared. I mean, I didn't have a crush on Marcus. Or maybe I did, and I just didn't want to admit it, because I'd only known him for like a week or so. But he was cute, and he was nice, and we sat closer than we needed to when we shared headphones. And every time I got home, he'd text me and ask.
See you tomorrow?
And so yeah, my stomach flipped.
The lift.
Oh, the lift is so cool.
We finally, actually did it, Willow. I think you were gone when we did.
Yeah, I think I was.
It was so
Or I was working
cool.
with Marcus and just didn't notice.
Ooh. What are you doing instead, Willow?
What do you mean?
What sort of exercise are you doing to keep up with the dance stamina? Because your stamina's gonna go down if you're just sitting around filming things.
And there came that itch under my skin. In the core of this stupid body that was never good enough to be in the dance and would never be good enough to...
Are you going to eat that?
What?
The bar. I love those.
Take it. All of it, if you want.
Thanks. Ugh, all the rehearsal has been making me starve.
The second words left my mouth, I forgot what event sparked them. My body was just kind of floating through space, just existing. Which was all it had to do, really. Exist. Thoughts came to me slowly, but they still came. I dig my nails into my wrists when I had to focus, until, that stopped working too. I was surrounded by this water. Everything was floating in this sleeping awake state like a dream I was walking in foot by foot down the halls or to and from class with heavy wrists and tired eyes. I knew where I was going, so I went, then was done, and slept and woke up and went again. Was it days? A week or two. My brain dumped memories the second I made them just to keep my body running. It got to a point where I would pick at scabs I don't remember getting. And I ended up in the lighting booth.
You okay? You've been quiet.
Tired.
Alright. God, look at all those girls down there. I've been staring at them for like a month, and I don't even think I've ever seen half of them. They're fine, I guess. It's just weird to think that they all want to be dancers. I can't even name a single professional dancer.
Ginger Rogers.
I mean, famous dancers today. Like, half of these girls will go to college for it, and then half of those will actually get jobs, and then half will, I don't know. But most will probably just be strippers.
Huh.
Or porn stars. That's where most of them come from, I bet. Flexibility.
Or they're actors.
Nah, have you seen porn? Those people can't act.
Actors who suck, I mean.
Oh yeah. Bad actors and bad dancers. But hey, if you got your splits, then you're set for life.
I've been my splits for a while. It doesn't mean much.
Well, you haven't tried to be a porn star. Oh shit. Camera's almost dead. Have you ever had sex?
No. Because even at 15, I thought I shouldn't be a virgin. In my mind, virgin just meant undesirable. I'd heard of people having sex, and they were all pretty. In the locker room, I heard dancers talk about their boyfriends and what they did. And I'd never even been called pretty.
By choice?
No. I would if I could. I just haven't met someone who it was an option with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, having a person and having sex are two totally different things. When you're a senior, you'll see, no one wants to go to college a virgin, so everyone is like, fucking whoever they can. Because when you go to college a virgin, it's like a thing, you know? You're known as the virgin on campus, and no one wants that.
When did you hear that?
It's just a thing. Trust me. I mean, I'm still a virgin. And it sucks even more because I have a person.
Huh?
I have a girlfriend, Willow. I'm surprised you didn't know. Oh, shit. They just finished the third number. Go and move the left camera to...
On it. Shit. I ran out of the room and stumbled down the stairs. I was so stupid. I mean, first, how could Marcus like me? Just because he was nice to me and spoke to me didn't mean he liked me. I was so desperate that anyone who spoke to me immediately had my heart. That was so sad. I was such a pathetic... And second, of course he had a girlfriend. Everyone had a girlfriend. Everyone but me. And I had no one because I was this gross creature. I reached the left camera. I raised my arms to move it. and my hands just couldn't grasp the handle, so I tried to get myself together and move it, but I just couldn't. So I tried harder. Harder.
Hi, everyone. Can we please hold? The camera stage left is having some trouble.
Everyone's eyes turned to stare at me. I tried to lean over and pick up the tripod, but I felt myself begin to sway. My hands felt like they could pass right through the floor.
Hey, Willow.
Suddenly, he was right behind me.
Are you okay? Here, let me.
No, I got it. I didn't. Marcus put his hand on my back and picked up the tripod for me. I shook my hair in front of my face so he couldn't see the hot flush of my cheeks or the tears welling up in my eyes.
I got it.
I bumped his shoulder as I stumbled as quickly as I could from the auditorium. I heard him follow me. My body was
Willow.
autopiloting down some path I
Wait.
barely knew, looking for an exit. I needed fresh air, that was all. Lighting fumes and dust and all that was the problem. So I walked with a distinct purpose to the entrance of the school. Through the doors, down the stairs.
Willow. Hey.
Shit.
What was that? Are you okay?
I tried to keep walking.
Willow.
Get off. Oh.
I swayed, overcompensated, bumped into him. He took my shoulders in his hands.
Here, sit down.
No,
Fine, but I'm holding on to you.
fine.
Are you okay? Are you on something?
No.
Promise?
Yeah. And I don't
What?
I don't have to tell you anything.
Willow? I'll tell you something. I don't have many friends. I really don't. And especially not friends like you. I really feel like I can tell you anything, which isn't the case with a lot of people, and it's not the case with the news kids, or Science Olympiad kids, or even my girlfriend. I guess I'd consider you my best friend. I love you. No homo.
You do Science Olympiad?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I love you too. No homo.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, I haven't been eating a lot, is all.
Like, breakfast?
Like, most meals.
Well, I can't really.
I'm sorry
For what?
for bringing it up.
I asked.
Yeah, but
Hey, how about you just... I don't know. I can bring you food.
it's not that.
Listen. Look at me. I bet you're a better dancer than most of those stupid girls. Dancing and acting and all of that is shallow. I mean, I don't know what it's like, but I can guess. As an outside perspective, they just want very shallow things. It means nothing about you as a person. You're out of half of those girls' leagues. Anyone would be so lucky to have you. I bet every guy you know has thought about, like, having sex with you, even guys you don't know. Guys do that. They walk down the hall and see pretty girls and wonder what it's like to fuck them. It's normal for every dude, and you are the type of girl who catches those eyes.
No.
Yeah, you're like a solid fucking 7. Solid. And those girls have no boobs, no ass. No guy wants to stick their dick down a skeleton. Look, you can go home. I've been doing this by myself for, like, ever, so... And we've gotten damn near every angle of each stupid dance.
You sure?
Yeah. The plan was just safety shots at this point. And after tomorrow's rehearsals, we're done. So, go.
Thanks. I have to call my mom.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you can't drive.
Can't even get my license for another month.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go back in.
Text me?
Of course.
It was 9, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. 7. said I was a 7. It was the nicest thing anyone had ever said to me. And he didn't have to say it, but he did. I'd always thought of myself as much, much lower. A 7 was so kind, passing, above passing. I love you. Yeah, it was something like that. He got me. He was the first person I clicked with. He knew just what to say and do and was so himself. So, yeah. I think I'm in love. That night, I waited anxiously for his text. My ringer was on full volume, even as I began to fall asleep. Now here's where things get a bit fuzzy. I remember him saying,
Sorry, I was busy.
"That's okay. Everything good?"
Oh, yeah. And you?
I'm okay.
Honestly?
Yeah. Half asleep, too.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Stop saying you're sorry.
Sorry. Shit. Did you eat?
Yeah.
Promise.
Yes.
Call me.
Huh?
Call me. I can tell from your voice if you're lying.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh, you were not kidding. You really are going to sleep.
Which is why I'm not showing my face.
Why is that a thing with girls? Not wanting to be seen without makeup.
I don't know. It's like being seen without a shirt on.
I don't have a shirt on. I never sleep with a shirt on.
Well, you can go in public without a shirt on.
You can go into public without makeup on.
Fine. You win.
So, did you eat?
Yes.
Bullshit.
No. Genuinely. Soup.
Soup with stuff in it.
Yes. Now drop it.
All right. Thanks for eating. I meant what I said earlier.
Science Olympiad?
All the other stuff. The sappy stuff.
Sorry, I don't really remember.
Yes, you do.
No, I have nothing. Sorry.
That you're, I don't know, desirable. That sounds scientific.
Yeah, and I don't know science.
Shut up. I mean, I only know what I know, and I would...
Would what?
No, it's fucked up. Wrong.
Would what? Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I hadn't pressed him. Please.
I just know what I know, and I know I would like to do things. Oh, that sounds so bad.
Wait,
Forget it.
what are you saying?
I'm just saying that if you wanted to do things like a friends with benefits thing, I wouldn't be opposed, and I don't think that's, I don't know, out of the realm of possibility. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but it's not the first time I did something that wasn't with my girlfriend. Guys have needs, and you have a need. You want to lose your virginity, and I get it, so I'm just... That's what... Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess you should know I'm allergic to latex. God, if I could take back those words. If I could rip them from the air and write in anything else. Those are the words that damned me. And I can't just wait to say to you that this is wrong. There's no big, dramatic reveal. In hindsight, red flags were peppered on the landscapes of our dialogue, but I was blind. Just blind. Young, and too thirsty for the water that was love. Too young to know that drinking from that poisoned stream would kill me. So I got drunk. off of each measly drop until my tongue was loose enough to speak those damning words. And to this day, they're still mine. I spoke them myself, thought about them, hoped for them. So against my better judgment, I tend to believe I was judge, jury, and executioner. No matter what's said to me, the victim blaming runs so deep. I must have drunk from that stream, too.
It was during a trip to DC a few months ago. We went for Science Olympiad, which was, very lame, but we got our own hotel rooms because there were so few of us, and I met this girl on the first day. I thought she was hot. I mean, you should have seen her. I don't want to go into specifics, but man, she was an absolute knockout. So we were friends, and then more. On the last day, it was a 1-week trip. We had break before the final conference, and we went back to my room, and she blew me. But that's all. We got cleaned up, and then we went to the conference. We placed third. Her school was fifth. She was from Nevada, so of course I never saw her again. I don't even think I got her number. But I follow her on Instagram, so. Are you falling asleep during my very interesting story?
No.
See, I know that's a lie.
No, I'm awake. So awake.
We could talk about something else.
No. I want to keep hearing about all the knockouts you've been with.
Well, you'll be one of them.
I'm honored.
I mean it. I've never seen anything, but I can guess.
You don't have to guess.
Oh?
What? Oh, yeah. You don't have to guess if you don't want to.
Well, my brain is getting tired of guessing. I mean it, though. Nothing is going to disappoint me. Well, I guess nothing would, but you know what I mean. But it's totally your call.
I felt like an adult in that moment. An adult who got to do adult things. Have a desired adult body. And not be the chubby 15-year-old girl I actually was. The next day, Marcus would drive me home. But I told my mom we were filming extra. Just an hour or two to wrap up before the opening night that evening. We'd go to his house while his parents were at work. Easy. Shooting was a blur. I ran to the bathroom to douse myself in perfume before seeing him. There was some pit in my stomach I chalked up to excitement. Neither of us really spoke.
Right camera needs a battery.
Here.
Thanks.
It felt like there was a space between us. Like there was this big gap of understanding, like we were strangers all over again. I didn't quite know how to act. So we packed up in silence, and the car ride was silent, and the walk down to his basement was silent. I remember my feet patting on the carpet, my grip on the straight wooden handrail, and exactly how the couch felt. Fleece. And we sat in silence for a moment, both thinking of what we were about to do. Subconsciously, I'd pulled my knees to my chest. For some reason, I couldn't look at him. I felt his eyes on my cheek.
Are you sure you want to do this? Because you don't have to.
Of course, I said. Yeah, I'm sure. So, what do we do now?
Well, you can start by looking at me. And then...
Skin. I remember that there was so much skin it suffocated me even when it wasn't touching me. I was drowning in air and skin and nothing else. There was nothing else. He was looking at me with blank eyes, like it wasn't even his skin I was drowning in, but just some body, and we were two bodies and nothing more. His hair was thick in my hand as I grabbed to get a hold of something, but he knocked my hand off and told me it hurt him. Then I was grabbing at the cushions and pushing myself away without even knowing what I was doing. I'd never understood the body going on to autopilot until I was using the heels of my hands to push away from him, but he'd grab me and pull me back and stab me without hesitation. I'd tell him to hold on and wait, and he would pull away for a second, and I would take one breath, and he'd take me again. And the whole time I was worried with how I looked. I was laid out on the couch like a slab of meat. My skin, my scars, everything was there, and there was no hiding. I saw my pallid legs, but they weren't mine. I heard a voice, but it wasn't mine. It was a mashup of cries, thinly veiled as moans. But I said yes, right? I said yes and took the only chance I would have. So I can't call it... I can't give it a name. I brought it upon myself. At least, I think I did. I forget I was 15. I forget he was 18. I forget about his girlfriend, and I can't even remember how I screamed. And looking back at it now, as I get closer to and then eventually surpass the age he was, I know what he said wasn't even true. There were a lot of virgins in college. No one cares. And it's not a show of worth. It's just a show of the people you're with. 1,000,000 times over, I wish that hadn't happened. I'd rather have been a virgin the rest of my life. Do you want to know what the real irony is? I met someone less than a year later, and she'd have to watch me freeze up and hold me while I felt the suffocation of skin on my nose. It was a long process, but she was patient. That was the real nail in the coffin. She knew when to stop, to break, and that a single yes doesn't mean you can't say no. I filmed opening night alone. He stopped showing up. He stopped answering my texts. I didn't have the guts to call him, but I knew he wouldn't have answered. So I was stuck in this place where there was nothing I could do. I just hit record, sit back, and stew in whatever I was left with. There was no one I could tell about it, especially not since I still thought of him as a friend. That's the worst space you can live in. It was the last night of the show that I actually attended. It felt weird to sit in the audience and not have to run to a camera, but watching the dancers come and go almost settled the bile in my stomach. I saw my friends up there, dancing, looking happier than I ever felt. I was kind of hit with this wave of acceptance. That dance wasn't for me. It wasn't a process I would have liked, even if I was allowed to do it. It wouldn't have made me happy. I would have been seeking validation. But for them, I could see it made them so happy. They loved it. So I couldn't help but love it too.
Willow!
It was so good.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't have to just say that.
I'm not. I could tell you all really loved it. It really showed.
Did you like the lift?
It was terrifying. I mean, it was so cool, but I was so scared you were just gonna fall.
I wouldn't have dropped her.
Sure.
Oh, Willow?
Yeah?
Behind you. It's that guy, and he's with some girl.
What?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Who are you two?
Well, this is Marcus. He's a friend. And
Did you like the show?
Oh, yeah.
I really liked the lift in that one piece.
That was me.
It was all of us.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I didn't catch your name.
Amanda. And you're Willow. Marcus has told me about you.
Uh-huh.
We should get going. Anyhow, we got dinner after this.
Denny's?
I wish. It's some seafood place my friend said was good.
Oh, you're his girlfriend. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. He talks a lot about you being his girlfriend and all. I don't think he ever stops talking.
It's been about a year, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get him to shut up. Shit, I'm also really bad with time. Marcus, you were right, we should go. It's later than I thought. It was nice to meet all of you. I'm a junior, so I hope to see you around next year.
Bye.
Bye, it was
see
nice
you later.
meeting
It
you.
was nice to meet you too.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for your help. with the filming. I'll see you later.
Sure. DefLove is an anthology series aiming to solidify what love feels like, made possible by stories submitted from viewers. If you have a story of what love does or does not feel like, email us at deflove.cast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at deflove.cast for updates and first access to new episodes. You can also listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time for our season finale.